Oh, dirty ass sock. What's up, you guys? Welcome to the live. I'm your host, Keith, your man of letters. We're shooting it from the computer webcam today. Forgive the video quality, it's not up to par as per usual, but I didn't have time nor feel the need to set everything up because that's a son of a bitch. So, here we are, enjoying the day. And I keep, I swear to God, if I see one more YouTuber talk about how we have to leave the third dimension because as soon as we transcend into the fourth dimension or fifth, no one seems to be able to make up their mind because they call the fourth dimension time, and the fourth dimension is not time. Time is not a dimension. Time is just something. It's like saying time doesn't exist in the fourth dimension. That's not polarity doesn't exist in the fourth dimension. They say it's all love and light when you get outside of the third dimension. But then within the same breath, they say things like as above so below, which is also one of the favorite lines that a spiritual blogger or anyone that sort of humps hops on the bandwagon they start throwing lines out there. And I get it, we're all hunting for truth, we're all trying to find meaning in life, and the phrase as above so below happens to be one of my favorite phrases to use in this world. Here's the thing, though, you guys. Here's the thing. You can't say that. You can't say that we live in a holographic universe, which is what it means to say as above, so below. It means that every plane of existence has the same laws, has the same properties. They just vary to degree. That's what it means, as above, so below. The macrocosm is within the microcosm. The microcosm can be found in the macrocosm. And then they go on to say you have to transcend the third reality because when you get past the third reality, it's all love and it's all light. And there's no such thing as polarity. So there's no such thing as hate and there's sadness. And get the fuck out of here. Light and darkness exist on every plane. I don't care if you live in the first dimension or if you're chilling in the 15th dimension. Doesn't matter because as above, so below, right? The same laws that operate in the heavens are operating here on planet Earth. The only time you can escape law is when you get sucked back into oneness, to not even infinity. Because if I say infinity, that is a label, that is a term, that is a definition. Infinity, right? Which means you're defining something, which means you're putting a border around something and saying that thing is this right here and nothing else. It's infinity. Oneness is uncomprehensible. It has no name because to give it a name would be to define it, and to define it would be to confine it, and there's nothing outside of oneness in which to confine it. Therefore, it can have no definition. It is without definition. It is not infinity, it is beyond infinity. Infinity is something that's contained within oneness. It's not love. Love is something that is inside of oneness. Again, love is another definition. It's not happiness, it's not joy. Again, these things are definitions. So when people are out here spouting this nonsense about polarity not existing in the fourth dimension, it's like, what? Nonsense. Of course, polarity exists in the fourth dimension. It exists in the fifth dimension, the sixth, it exists all the way up. Again, because to have an existence, right, to have an existence is to have opposites. To have an existence out within the mind of the all, to have the ability to say that is light and that is dark, is to have opposites, to have differences in things. The only way you can have the fourth dimension as compared to the third is because there is a difference between the two, right? Albeit a very wobbly difference between the two, but a difference nonetheless. Um, and it is these differences that allow existence to happen. We know darkness because of light. We know happiness because of sadness. We know courage because of fear. Um, Sorry, my computer's going crazy. I know, I'll get a new one. But I don't know, you guys. I can't, I can't with the new age lingo. Not that it's wrong, but that it's the new age has become a dogma. The new age has become, if I hear it enough times, it must be true, which is how everything works, right? Uh, I forgot his name. Someone Google this for me. One of Hitler's go-to men in his party. He was studied human psychology. He was in charge of propaganda. He was famously coined saying, "Feed the masses a lie long enough, and it will become truth." And that's just propaganda 101. That study has been shown to be true for thousands of years and is continuing to prove true now amongst the spiritual world, amongst people saying, okay, well, I've read it a bunch of times, and a whole bunch of people on Facebook have talked about it, and a whole bunch of people on YouTube have talked about it. It must be true in this case that the fourth dimension doesn't have polarity, which is a joke because let's say you had no polarity in the fourth dimension. I'll try to come up with an analogy on the fly. Might not work, but we'll give it a shot anyways. Say you're in the fourth dimension, there's no such thing as polarity, which means there's no such thing as opposites. That means you have one experience forever. One experience forever. Because there's no opposites. How can you have an opposing experience if the pole doesn't exist? That means things would cease to exist. It's kind of like, here comes my shitty analogy. It's kind of like being in space. You have the sun and it's casting light out into the universe, out into the solar system. Well, space is black, even though there's light in it. The only time you see the light is when the light is reflected off of something, right? If there was no sun in our solar system, and you looked at our solar system, it would be black. There would be nothing there. Nothing. Just blackness. Turn on the sun, boom, here pops up planet Earth. Boom, here pops up Venus, Mars, Pluto, all the asteroids and shit. Because light has struck those things and the light was reflected back. That's what we're seeing. We're seeing the reflection of light. What the opposites do, what the polar opposites do, is they reflect existence back upon us. The ground resists us. I think Alan Watts is famously, I happen to be a big Alan Watts fan, but so this might not be famously said, but it's one of my favorite quotes by him is where he says, "We exist upon that which resists us. Without resistance, we would not exist." He didn't say that. I paraphrased. He said something along those lines. Um, Here's another analogy. Trees, they're nice and sturdy and strong. They're nice and sturdy and strong because the wind blows them. And the more a wind blows a tree and the more the tree bends, the more the tree goes, oh shit, I need to strengthen my walls, strengthen myself so that I can withstand the wind and not be blown over. What happens is if you take a tree, for example, and you grow it inside, or you take a plant and you grow it indoors, without wind, the plant will go tall and then it will collapse under its own weight. It will grow up tall and then just falls over. The reason why is because there was no resistance to that plant. And because there was no resistance, the tree never built itself up. It never strengthened its cell walls and therefore never strengthened its support, its existence in the world, and it toppled over and died. As above, so below. That's why we're able to make these comparisons, because on every level it exists the same way. So again, if you want to use the phrase as above, so below, and then go and turn and say polarity exists in the third dimension but not the fourth, you're completely contradicting yourself. Because if it was as above, so below, then polarity would exist on every plane, and polarity does exist on every plane. Otherwise, every plane would cease to exist, because we exist upon that which resists us. It gives us definition. Here's another analogy. Hopefully, this one's better. I'm just going to drill it into you guys. Think of taking a picture. You guys know when you take a picture on Instagram, right? And you want to edit it, and you have an option that says contrast, and you crank up the contrast. What does that do? It defines the object in the picture. It makes the picture pop more. It makes it more real, in other words, more apparent, more aware. You see the picture that much stronger. And the reason why is because when you turned up the contrast, you strengthened the line between the objects in the picture, creating the picture to pop out more. So the higher the contrast, the more the picture pops, the more real the picture is. In other words, the higher the definition, the stronger the polarity, the stronger the definition between two things, the more realer those things become, at least in this world, whether it's the third dimension, the fourth dimension, the fifth dimension, the sixth dimension, whatever. Um, I don't know what it is, you guys. Actually, I do know what it is. It's just human nature. You know, we want answers. I get it. Um, we feel like the more knowledge we have, the better off we'll be in the world. But that doesn't mean we can just cling on to any old answers, and we don't for the most part. Usually, people use discernment fairly well. But like I said, when you live in an echo chamber, and yes, the spiritual world is an echo chamber. When you live in an echo chamber, ideas are reinforced constantly, daily, sometimes hourly, depending upon how often you check social media. So eventually you start believing the shit that starts coming through the pipelines, whether or not it's true. It's not like people are just saying it just to say it. Though sometimes I think that's the case. Sometimes I think a lot of these bloggers or Twitter people or Instagram people, YouTube people, a lot of times I think they are just saying it. Not that they believe it's true, but that everyone else is saying it and they're trying to get followers or likes, or they want to believe it's true, right? Maybe they want to believe it's true, so they preach it sort of like a reinforcing your own self beliefs, which is something we do all the time. We want something to be true so bad, right? Because it would mean the world to us, because we built our life around that we preach that like a self fulfilling prophecy sort of thing. Um, Long story short, the law of polarity, which is a real fucking thing, it's part of the Hermetic philosophy. One of the 7 fundamental principles of reality, the law of polarity, exists on every plane, all of them, not just the fourth. It would be absolutely silly to say polarity disappears after the third dimension. Um, Silly. Just I don't know what you guys want from me, but I guess I can check your guys' comments. I've been rambling for quite some time. Normally, I'm good with checking up before I start talking, but um, let's see what y'all have to say. Let's see if there's even anyone in the room. I've been talking to an empty room, which wouldn't be the first time. I feel like that's my brain most of the time, just talking to an empty room. Like, anybody listening out there? Let's see if there's even anyone in. Oh no, we got a healthy amount of people. What up, artist Asha? Hello, Carrie Bazi. Hi, hello, how you doing? Divine, John Smith, the homie. What up, Alchemy? Carrie Bazi already said hi to you. Alchemy, China White, more Alchemy, Plummy Beauty. Interesting name. I like it. Um, Bless you too, Plummy. Thanks for the love. Phoenix, how's it going, my dude? And Johnny Way Brampton. Um, Funny you say that, Alchemy of Life, because he was the last video I saw that. He says a lot of. I don't want to turn into one of those YouTubers that hates on people. So I don't. That's why I don't want to use names, because that's my own trap. my own ego trap that I fall into. Not that the ego is bad. Another fucking thing that I really have a bone to pick with when it comes to spiritual YouTubers, how much they hate on the ego. It is a bad thing, but it's also a great thing, right? It just depends on how it's used. It's just a lens, no more, no less. But yeah, dude, you're totally right. It's the echo chamber, you guys. It's the echo chamber, I'm telling you. Renato, blessings, 01. I'm not sure what your name says, but hey, Liz, what's up, Liz? Everyone say hi to Liz before she disappears, because there's a good chance she's getting abducted by aliens in the near future, and she might not be here anymore. So yeah, Johnny Ray. I've actually heard Ralph Smart say that. Don't quote me. Ralph Smart's the man. I like him a lot. He's the homie. I like his style. I like his energy. I like his character. Um, just because I like the guy doesn't mean I have to agree with him. It's like Aaron Dottie. I like his style. I like his vibe. I like his presentation. I like how he runs shit. He's a successful YouTuber. He's doing something right. It doesn't mean I have to agree with him. I for sure as hell don't agree with him on polarity not existing in the fourth dimension, and it's just fucking ridiculous. Yeah, real estate people like the law of attraction a lot because the law of attraction has a lot of good points, you guys. It really does. I'm gonna do some Etsy shop packaging while we chat, because I've already made him a piece, so now we can just chit chat. You guys want to throw in your 2 cents? But um, law of attraction is feel good, and anything in is sales is driven by charisma, right? If you have proper charisma, you can sell fucking anything. You could sell ice to an Eskimo if your charisma is on point. And that's why all these companies and they all focus on only the good feeling, only high vibration, only this, like law of attraction. You think it becomes real, and it's not that simple. I agree that we must take we can't be too complex about shit. We can't like overthink things. I agree we shouldn't overthink things. I agree that we should keep things as simple as they need to be, but the key word is as simple as they need to be, right? Sometimes they need to be a little more complex, right? Sometimes they they need not be so simple because you leave out all the nuances and all the variations which actually fucking bring about attraction, right? The movie The Secret has been out for how many years? 15 plus years now, something like that. And how many people are just thinking shit into reality? None, right? So obviously it's not simply you attract what you think. Like, yes and no. Shit gets deeper than that. It's more complex than that. It's not trying to learn Russian complex, but it's definitely not just think something and it happens, you know? It's silly, right? It's fucking silly. Lavender oil. They ordered the lavender oil. Um, I'm running out of oils, you guys. I gotta start distilling. I gotta buy a bigger still. I guess I can pull. Give me 1 second, you guys. There's actually something I can do to fix this problem of not being able to see your comments. By the way, if you guys are new in the room, feel free to subscribe. My name is Keith. We got a good squad going here. I don't do too many recorded videos these days because I'm pressed on time. So I've been running a lot more lives, which take zero editing time. So we got a bunch of cool shit here, and would love it if you guys stuck around, basically. And thank you to the fam and those of you who have been sticking around. By the way, I really appreciate it. The love and support and encouragement means a lot. Means everything, actually. Stuck around, basically. I wish I could turn this god awful. It's like all they read and listen to are Abraham Hicks and read the combined ones and think that's all there is. I feel you, man. Divine innate. How do you feel when they say your thoughts create reality? Ask Trump about charisma, Will said. All right, I'm going to go through you guys' comments and try to pick out what are the most interesting and easiest for me to answer. So let me do that, and then I'll what's up, Alicia? Nice to see you. Art Campos. I do need a syringe. I had a syringe, and then I broke it, and then I had another syringe, and I got that one contaminated. Now I'm down to 0 syringes and a funnel. So let's see. Divine Innate asked, "What are your Whoop, I lost it. How do I feel when they say your thoughts create your reality? How do I feel when I hear someone say your thoughts create your reality? I feel like they're exactly right. Absolutely. Your thoughts absolutely create your reality. 100. No problem with that. I preach that. I believe that. And I don't even think I have a but to that. No, you're it's the how. It's the how that most people leave out. It's like okay, why does your thought create reality? For me, this doesn't work for everyone. This is why what I share doesn't resonate with everyone, because it's not going to. Because people see things differently, right? And they associate things differently, and they learn differently, and they make attachments differently. Me, I have to know the how for something. So when you say your thoughts create reality, how? Like, fuck, that makes no sense. What do you mean your thoughts create reality? And that's when it comes into, okay, well, there's such thing as vibration. There's such thing as the law of rhythm. There's such thing as law of cause and effect. Now, there are all these laws, like someone already mentioned, that the Kabbalion states flawlessly, show you the how without contradiction. And I feel like most of the people speaking on this consistently pull shit out of their ass. And if they don't pull it out of their ass, they pull it out of other people's asses. Thinking it's gold, but it's actually just doo-doo water. And that's where my problem comes in. So to answer your question simply, what I think about your thoughts create reality, I think it's exactly true. I just don't think people explain the process very well. Um, apostolic, apostolic Christianity, we're taught to eat the meat and spit out the bones, which means taking the stuff that lifts you and makes you grow and spit out the crap, like no polarity in high dimensions. Art Campos, I'm curious to know what your experience of the fifth dimension was like. Super curious to know. Gotta stop doing that. Really have to stop doing that, you guys. I really do need a syringe. You're right. Fuck, about to hop on Amazon right meow. Handle this. Just wasting money. probably just wasted like $1.25 worth of lavender oil right now. Damn it. Give me a second, you guys. All right. Yeah, smash that like button. Though we're probably pretty tapped out now. If anyone's checking in, just coming in right now. Someone, feel free to ask questions. I've already gone through the meat and potatoes. Potatoes. Fuck, I can't. This is why I like to record videos, because when I talk, I can't. I stumble over myself. I'm like, bleh. Try to say too much at once. But if you're just checking in with us right now, you guys, I've already gone over the meat and potatoes. Long story short, polarity exists in every dimension. Don't listen to whoever tells you it only exists in the third and that it's all love and light for all eternity in the fifth dimension. It's not fucking true at all. It's not true. It's not. It's not. Um, Squad trip to a nude beach. Oh my god, you guys are still on the nude beach? Ayo, Alchemy, Elizabeth John. About to play matchmaker in here. Come on. Getting dirty texts. My bad. I believe emotions play a big part as well. Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I don't know how long ago you guys left these comments, but someone stated, I believe emotions play a big part as well. Yeah, emotions play the biggest part in probably anything that ever has happened ever. Emotions are powerful. Emotions are so fucking powerful. Your emotions are the most powerful thing. Yeah. In terms of like raw, brute, literal energy, your emotions are the strongest thing you guys have. Um, use them wisely, though. And this isn't what I'm about to say isn't even a spiritual concept, though I'm sure I could spin it spiritually somehow because it's a truth as above, so below. But it's like this. Um, it's got to, maybe someone can look this up for me. There's a name for the test in psychology, and it's the rider and the elephant. Basically, the elephant is your subconscious mind, your emotions, brute, raw force, raw power. And then you have the rider who sits on top of the elephant. That's like your conscious mind, the logical mind, the guide. So the person on top of the elephant goes, go left, go right. But the elephant is the one that's tearing trees out of the ground. And that's kind of what we have to remember when we go through life is be vigilant about your emotions, where they're coming from, how they're affecting you, where you're aiming them at. Because if you don't have good direction for your emotions, they're capable of causing just as much destruction as they are creation. Johnny Ray Bren. Damn, you guys are trying to go to that nude beach. Shit, I'm sure that could happen. Um, I had an ego death for sure. I began getting memories that were not from this life. Fuck. Yes, alchemy of life, sex magic is extremely powerful. The resurrection talked about in the Bible really talking about the awakening? I don't know. To answer your question, I have no idea if the resurrection of the Bible is talking about the awakening. It could. It depends on if you think the Bible is written in code, or if the Bible was written literally, or a combination of the two. I tend to believe that the Bible was written literally, like a historical document. I guess with some code maybe creeping into the Newer Testament. I definitely feel like the Old Testament is like fucking pretty literal. Um, we got some. What the hell? That's exactly not what I was looking for. Oh my god. Um, yeah, Liz felt the need to share nude beach photos of old people on my Instagram. And no, I will not share that with the people. There you go. You have it. Johnny has answered the question. Um, yes, awakening, literal, metaphorically speaking. God bless. Cool. What up, you guys? You guys have anything else you want to share, or anything else you want to ask? Anything else that's been bumping through your heads that you can't figure out because it seems like a blatant contradiction to everything you've been learning about? Always be chilling. Do 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 do. Mugwort White Sage, 4-pack of candles. Um, yeah, we can discuss polarity till I'm blue in the face. Shit, I wrote a book on it. That question you just asked, divine innate, is like one of the answers that just literally runs in circle over and over again. Uh, for whatever reason, I've been selling a shit ton of black roses lately. Don't know why, but I have. I'll answer you guys' questions right now. Give me a second. Just organizing my brain. Who do we think Toth is or was? So well, when I answer you about who Toth is or was, I'm not answering you on what I think. I'm answering on just what I've read. What I think he is, I don't fucking know. The message is what I'm focused on. But who Toth was, supposedly, according to his own words in the Emerald Tablets, is Toth was an Atlantean. Oh, I used to actually know this story well, but it's been a while. Toth was an Atlantean, and I believe it was his father who... Toth's dad was in communication with the Starborn. Something terrible happened. The Earthborn were tapping into darknesses that they weren't supposed to be tapping into. Unleashed something bad. The Starborn were like, fuck this, we gotta end everything. They wipe out the Earth in a flood. They teach Toth all the secrets, and they say, yo, Toth, head east to the land of Kem and carry on the faith. So Toth was an Atlantean. Boom, Atlantis gets destroyed, and the world, I think, or the majority of it, moves to Kem, ancient Egypt, and teaches the cave dwellers the ways, basically. And which is interesting because ancient Egyptians say the same thing in relation to where the pyramids came from, where the technology came from. They have the same story where they say, well, some smart ass people came over and showed us how to do all this shit, basically. So that's who Toth is according to the Emerald Tablets. Now, of course, you have him as Hermes, but Hermes is Toth. It's just what the Greeks called him. Actually, the Greeks called him Toth and Hermes. The Egyptians called him Tahuti. I don't know why the Greeks had two names for Toth. My specialty is not history. It's more on the philosophy side. So I might be a little shaky with the history on things, but that's who Toth is, apparently. If you want to keep the talking going, Liz, you gotta ask good questions. Is polarity symbolized by the yin and yang? Yes, absolutely. The yin and yang is polarity. Polarity is not specific to the Hermetic philosophy. Every fucking paganism, Hinduism, Buddhism, Taoism, shamanism, all of it fucking talks about polarity. All of it. Because it's a fucking law of existence. That's why everyone talks about it. Everyone knows this shit. Yet for some reason it disappears in the fifth dimension. I don't get it. That black rose, I have a tattoo of a black rose, and it's significant to me in many ways. Ace promo. Apparently, Ace Promo's got some questions. Hopefully, I can answer them, man. Like I said, if there's one thing I try to do on YouTube is if I don't know the answer to something, I'll tell you that, and then I'll follow it by "This is my opinion," which is the answer to most of your questions because most of this shit isn't backed by science, so it is an opinion. Anywho, Milova goddess, what up? Um, what's your question, Ace? What question you got? Um, um, we'll answer Aces because he already built it up, so we might as well answer Aces. Is that your question, Ace? Have I achieved Christos? Can you see beyond the veil? At will? No, I can't. Ace, if you're, it's funny you clarified with that because I was gonna. That was part of my answer on both of those. No, I mean I don't think so. Would you consider dreaming, seeing beyond the veil? Your question seems to be a leading one, Ace, which is fine. I'm down for leading questions. I ask them too, but you're gonna have to be more specific. What the hell do you define as seeing beyond the veil? Beyond the veil of propaganda? Beyond the veil of like the literal fabric of existence? Like, am I looking out into the world and seeing ones and zeros like Neo from the Matrix? Like, what? Because if that's the case, yes and no, but I don't exactly know what you're defining as beyond the veil. Because if by seeing beyond the veil, do you mean I can at will look through space and time and see into another existence? Fuck no, absolutely not. Can I see beyond the veil? And if you can, holy hopscotch, Batman, direct me to whatever you're studying, and let me know how many lifetimes it's going to take to master that, because I'm trying to get on that level. Oh, you're talking. I see, Ace. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're referring to the veil that the Emerald Tablets speaks on, seeing beyond the veil of darkness. Is that what you're referring to? Um, yeah, Art Campos. See, that's the thing. But what Ace said is that you can't use plants. He wasn't talking about astral projecting or herbs. But herbs are natural too, so I don't understand. If you can see the halls of Amenti using herbs, is it not the same halls of Amenti as if you do it naturally? Because when you say you do it naturally, plants are natural as fuck. So why is it unnatural for me to use herbs to see the veil through the veil, which I've done on many occasions, albeit like you said, using herbs. So if that doesn't count, I guess that's fine. I'll accept that. I would like to do it without using herbs. But here's my question to you. Just because you use herbs to see beyond the veil and to see these things that you're talking about, does it make it any less substantial? Um, You have to be chosen to live by Ma'at. Ace Pro, I've seen that name so many times. I've seen that Ma'at name come up so many times lately. And it wasn't until someone ordered from my Etsy shop with the name Ma'at where I was like, all right, this is just getting ridiculous. Like, what's up with Ma'at? And I don't know I know it's an Egyptian deity, but I don't know anything else other than that. So it seems we might have to figure out what's going on with that. What up, Love Bomb, Ahmed, Claire Santine, Oracle Wizard? How's it going? Nice to see you. Divine innate, that's a good question. That's also my question too. So that the thing with when you say can you see beyond the veil, it's like spirituality has been so fragmented lately that everyone has their own version of these things, and it's like you ask me what's the halls of Amenti. Is the halls of Amenti the same as the Akashic records? Yes, no. Is the halls of Amenti like a literal hall under the Sphinx where bodies lay dormant waiting to be reanimated, like the UFO under the Sphinx, according to the Emerald Tablets? Like, I don't fucking know, you guys. It keeps me up at night. Just kidding, it doesn't keep me up at night. I sleep like a babe's. Regardless of how much my mind races, I hit the bed, I'm out. I'm out before I hit the bed. Appreciate you too, Amit. Thanks. Thank you. Liz, depends who you ask. Ace promo. I'm curious, Ace. You got my curiosity. If you can't learn what you're bringing up, why bring it up? And I'm not saying that to be a dick, but I am playing devil's advocate, and I am curiously interested in knowing if you can't learn this and you have to be chosen, what use is it to people who are trying to improve themselves? This is something that I feel about even against Christianity and Christ, where I fell off of. I was raised Christian, and where I fell off of it was my way is the only way. If it my way or the highway, and all these you have to be chosen, you have to be special. Then we get into the ego trip, which is like I'm special because I was chosen. You're not special, and I'm not saying I don't mean to single you out only because you had mentioned it. But then we start getting into this realm of like it's just for me. It's outside of your control. And it could just be the Aries in me, but I don't like not being in control. I understand the need for releasing control, but when you tell me, when you tell me you can't learn this from a book, I was chosen, then immediately I shut off because it's like, all right, well, that's a dead end. It's fucking, if I have to be chosen and I wasn't chosen, then what's the point of going forward? Like, it's a dead end. Like, you shut the light off. Okay, cool. I'm going to close that door and I'm going to open another door because, like they say, all roads lead to Rome. If source and oneness is the end all sail, that infinite creative thing that we can't even put a name on, if that's it, then it doesn't matter what route we take to get there, whether you were chosen by Maat, whether you were chosen by the hawk god of the Navajo, or whether you were chosen by the snake of the fucking Aztecs and Mayans, like, or whether those things are all one and the same with different names. Like, who fucking knows? What I do know, what my point is, sorry I'm rambling, is and this is my own bias, I'll admit that, is I don't like when people say you have to be chosen for this. I don't know what it is. I'm not hating on you. It's just I'm like voicing a frustration that I've really always had, and it's not really with you. You just made me think of it. But I will study Ma'at because, like I said, that name's come up a shit ton lately. And thank you for bringing it up again because it's come up too many times to not. You know what I mean? That being said, let me check into your guys' comments because um, you've probably corrected what I'm saying or explained yourself in the past 5 minutes, and here I am just rambling like an asshole. So let me just catch up to what you've said. Um, Ace Promo, happy to give you my email. Happy to give you. I'll give you my email right now. Keyth Garcia 808 at gmail.com. Boom. Actually, all of you guys should take that email down because YouTube has a knack for shutting people's YouTube channels down without justable cause. And I'm fucking terrified it might happen to me. It wouldn't be the first time. So please take down my email or make sure you follow my Instagram or something. Because if not, um, heaven forbid, forbid, something might go wrong. So I'm catching up with your comments. Give me a second. Give me a second to catch up with your comments. These online chat rooms get kind of feisty, huh? Um, YouTube ban hammers the U in YouTube. Well said. I hope that didn't scare Ace away. Ace promo, what up? Liz, I have a plan when I say that, and you always say exactly what you just said right now every time I say it. I know that I'm putting the energy out there when I say it, but I have a plan. And trust me, I'm like 4 or 5 steps ahead of what you guys think I'm doing. I'm fucking light years ahead of you. So trust, I got it under control for the most part. Not all of it control, but I got some of it under control. Ace promo. Sorry if I came in hot on you. I come in hot on everybody. But I gave you the email, and I'm fucking serious. Please, or give me your email now too, because you might forget. I might forget. People forget. We're busy and shit. So definitely we're keeping in touch. Definitely keeping in touch. No, I don't have a Facebook group. John Smith, maybe that can be the next thing you can do. No, we have a Facebook group. Someone started a Facebook group like half a year ago, and I never followed up with it. So I think they were like, "Fuck you, Keyth. I made a Facebook group and you never joined it. My bad." Um, but it's there, I think. Or we can start another one. We'll try again. We'll try again. Wait, there's a boat in Michigan with no. There's a USO in Michigan, Lake Michigan, and there's military ships and helicopters and shit. That's going on like right now, right now. Liz, you did virtually slap me when you sent that nude beach clip to me. That was payback. That was payback for the nude beach. Does it have to be phone? Because I don't know. I'm a little closed off, and I like to be kind of private. And phone call seems awfully fast. You know what I mean? It seems kind of quick. Kind of quick. Could we like shoot an email maybe first, get to know each other or something like that? A0110. Is there a name I can call you, or should I call you 0110? Because you keep participating, and I want to refer to you by name, but I can't. Or I think I can. I don't know. Shadow banned me, monsters. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. People out there sending me fucking videos of noodles and shit. Come on, man. You know I'm a sucker for noodles. Oh, by the way, you guys, I have a PayPal. I probably should have advertised this a long time ago when I was like still in the thicket, when I had the emotions going. But I have a PayPal. PayPal.me/Keyth Garcia. I believe it's 808. I can't monetize my YouTube channel, so making money off of ads and super chat are out of the question for me. But I do have a PayPal.me, which is the same thing. You can just be like, "Yo, Keyth, thanks for answering the question." I also have a Patreon. I'll put it in here. Sorry, I'm just doing like a minute of self promo, you guys. We'll get back to it. Give me a break here. All right. .com/Keyth Garcia. And that's my Patreon. If you guys know what Patreon is, it's basically a platform where creators go to get paid for their work. And it's like a subscription-based thing. So you can be like, "Hey, Keyth, here's $1 a month. Thanks for sharing the knowledge. Keep it up. Go buy yourself some ramen noodles. Here's $1 on me for the month." That's what Patreon is. But yeah, back to the video. Where were we? Trying to keep up with your guys' comments too. Oh, baby Alice, he's up north with his mama and grandparents right now. He'll be back. I don't know when he'll be back. I think this weekend. I do miss him though, but he's doing good and he's growing. He's getting fucking big. Baby Alice is getting big. Johnny Brampton. Yes, that's the same email that I use for PayPal. Johnny. Didn't Jesus say it's within and around you? Yes, he did, as did all the ascended masters. Alchemy of Life, I can't monetize my channel. For content that I posted about magic mushrooms. Oh, yeah. It's funny. I sleep through the night with the baby. He doesn't keep us up. He's actually a good sleeper. He keeps mama up more because he eats like once a night. But he's good, and I don't feel like I don't get a good night's rest. And so like a week later, I'm like, fuck, I'm tired all the goddamn time. Oh, that's right, fucking newborn. But he's actually been up north with his mama for 4 or 5 days, so I've been catching up on like everything. But I do miss the hell out of him. Pizza toppings. I'm sorry, John Smith. Pizza toppings. Pizza toppings are magic. When I say magic mushrooms, that's what I mean. Pizza toppings. Portobellos. Portobello toppings. I talked about portobello toppings, and YouTube was like, "Nah, dog. All these other people who run their YouTube channels off of illicit substances, and have millions of followers who are actually doing illegal shit and somehow get away with it, like those people are chilling. But you talking about pizza toppings in one video, like, nah, we're gonna have to shut you down. Strange, right? Anywho, moving on. Yeah, nice. The Nag Hammadi, and would anyone recommend it? I haven't read it, but I've heard people. So Divine Innate said, "Has anyone read the Nag Hammadi, and would anyone recommend it?" I haven't read it, but I've seen countless videos referencing passages from that, and it seems like something I should read soon because it's fascinating. I would for sure recommend it. It seems like it'd be super long, right? Nag Hammadi. Gnosticism. The Gospel of Thomas and Plato. There's a Gospel of Thomas and Plato? Interesting. Very interesting. It is done. It is done. It is done. Amit, thank you for the love. We're going to get our monetization. We're going to get it. We're going to get it. It's there. It's already on its way. And in the meantime, I will keep pumping out orders for the Etsy shop because that's been the saving grace of my YouTube channel. Oh, yeah. That's, I guess, if you don't want to just give money for nothing and you want to get something in return for it past the information that I share, I'm happy to do that. You guys can check out my Etsy shop, etsy.com/shop. Man of Letters Co. I make my own beeswax candles and distill my own essential oils. Sell just magical ass shit. I sell magical ass shit on my Etsy shop, so you guys take a peek if you want. I have read the Book of Thomas. I have read that. I didn't realize that was part of the Nag Hammadi, but I have read that. Maybe I'll do a live reading of the Gospel of Thomas. Let me know if the music is too loud, you guys. I can't tell. Alchemy, you keep telling me about the colloidal gold. Okay, I'm gonna look up his. Maybe I can get him on the channel. You guys, how about this? You guys, I need your help. This is an official request from Man of Letters. Damn, there's not that many people in here, bro. There's 11 of us. That's good enough. If you guys could all go over to Nazir Ra's YouTube channel. Damn, he's got almost 100K subscribers. And tell him that you would like to see him on this channel for a live podcast sort of thing. And just be like, yo, there's this guy I'd really love to see you do a live chat with. His name's Keith. He's over at Man of Letters on YouTube. You guys should totally do a video together. And then I'll hit him up and be like, yo, what's up, man? Love your content. My name's Keith from Man of Letters YouTube channel. You should do a live with me one of these days. And we'll see if we can combine forces. And comments disable physical. Come on, Nazir. 7 signs you are an angel. Oh, I've come across this guy before. I know. Comments are disabled. Interesting. I've seen. I can't comment for this guy, but um, you guys, I'll read anything live. I don't give a fuck as long as a lot of people like it, so where they're searching for it. You know, as long as it's well known enough to trigger a YouTube algorithm, I'll read it. I don't even care if I don't believe in it. As long as it's interesting, um, as long as it's interesting, I'm down. Thank you, Amit. Thank you, thank you. Uh, this is his name right here. Ooh, I just got a package delivered. You guys want to see what it is? Wait for it. Well, we seem to have a problem on our hands. Etsy was just like, yo, your package has been delivered. I walk outside, bada bing, bada boom, no package delivered. Um, Sorry, if you guys are just checking in with this video and you want to know about the title of it, we got done talking about that like an hour ago. I'll fill you in. Long story short, check this out. Peep it. Here we go. Polarity exists on every plane in existence. I don't care if it's the third, the fourth, the negative second, or the 100th. Polarity exists on all planes, as do all laws exist on all planes, as above, so below. Carrying on. What the fuck happened to my package? I had 3 Kalea Zacate Chichi plants delivered, Mexican dream herb, so that I could start processing more of the lucid dreaming spajuic. And it's not on the doorstep. What happened? 930 Felinda Avenue, apartment C, Santa Barbara, California, 93103. Says it's delivered in a mailbox. What? You can't fit fucking 3 plants in a mailbox? The hell? That doesn't seem right. You guys, I'll read the Thomas book for you. All right, I'll read it for you. Let me go figure out where the hell my plants are. Well, shit. He means his weed. No, I'm not speaking in code. I literally had fucking plants coming. Apparently, this is 3 plants. Is there something I missed, by the way? Cool. What a cheesy ass fucking reggae instrumental. What the hell is this? Alright, I can't even handle this. I don't even know what the hell this is. 7 signs you're an angel. Ah, much better. What up, squad? If you're just tuning in, my name's Keith, Man of Letters, here to bring you knowledge, information, and entertainment. This video has officially ended a long time ago. Now we're just BSing. If you're new, introduce yourself, say your name. Welcome to the fam. Take your shoes off, stay a while. I don't know, Divine Innate, Google it. I would bump Bombafire, but I feel like the lyrics get in the way. We could bump some Bombafire if you want. Bombafire. I also play in a reggae band, you guys, and this is it. Where all the real people live. Oh, you bastards, you only sent me one. I ordered 3. That's why. Or are those 3? Oh, they are 3. They're growing little cubes. I see. I see. Interesting. Nice. I was mistaken. Oh, dude, I've heard of Moldavite for sure, dog. Who are you talking to? Have I heard of Moldavite? I am Moldavite. No, I'm just kidding, but I have heard of it. I think you just put Phoenix. You just put an @ symbol in front of their name, and then it. I think that's how it works. Oh, this is straight sealed inside of the container. Holy shit. Damn. That's cool. All right, you crazy peeps. I'm gonna call it for the live. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the love as per usual. Are you still able to reach lucid state during dreams after smoking marijuana? First of all, don't smoke marijuana. Smoke oregano. Second of all, I haven't actually done a side-by-side test to see if that's even true or not. I dream constantly all the time. I don't lucid dream all the time. It's actually really hard for me to lucid dream. But I dream like a madman all the time, whether or not I smoke. Unless I'm like stupid high, then of course I don't dream. Just black out. But to answer with certainty, I don't know. I'd have to like smoke every day for a month, which I don't do. I'd have to smoke every day for a month, record my dreams, and then not smoke every day for a month and record my dreams to really give you a definitive answer on that. Because I'm not necessarily convinced that you can't lucid dream while smoking weed, because who the fuck's running tests on that? How can you prove that? That's all just hearsay, and we know how hearsay works. In other words, it's anecdotal, what I'd be telling you is anecdotal, and it's probably not very useful for you. All right, onion and banana juice. You got it. You got it, Amit. You can of purines. He's just dropping all kinds of stuff on me right now. Kelly has that gun smoke. We got that loud. We call it loud in here. Like, yo, it's loud. Like, what's in your pocket? It's loud as fuck. Oh, it helps testosterone. It is a bean. I want to grow it. Is it a tree or is it a perennial or what? Sorry, Vanders. I know that probably didn't really answer your question. But if it helps you refine it at all, I don't burn every day. I probably burn once a week at band practice with the homies. When I run lives, when I do readings by candlelight, sometimes I'll burn, which is about once a week too, roughly. And even then, it's far less than a gram. That's like 1 or 2 tokes. So if this helps, say my consumption of oregano is about half a gram a week, if that. And I dream constantly. But like I said, I've never actually done a side-by-side to know whether or not it actually does affect me. Thanks, Benders. They're fucking coming in, aren't they, dude? They're coming in. The oil that has the healing properties but doesn't get you high, that's the CBD. Here's the thing with cannabis, you guys. First of all, if you want cannabis to work for you in a medicinal way, don't smoke the shit. Don't burn it. Don't roll it in a joint. Don't put it in a bong. Don't put it in a vaporizer. Don't refine it. Eat the plant. Eat it whole. Put it in a salad. The TH. So I'll try to make it simple. THC doesn't exist on the plant. What exists on the plant is THC-V, which means acid. It's an acid. When you light it on fire, the acid component, the V, burns off, and you inhale the THC, which is psychoactive. But when you light the cannabis on fire, you lose upwards of 90% of the THC. Gets turned into ash and smoke, and then you inhale roughly the remaining 10% as THC minus the V. So, in other words, when you smoke it, you immediately vaporize 90% of the stuff that's supposed to be healing you. Not to mention, it's in a different form than it started out as. It used to be THCV, now it's just THC. Both are healthy, both help you, science is showing. But if you guys want to get the benefits of THC, just eat the plant. Eat the female plant when it's in bud. All the oils, all the resin, all the trichomes, they're all intact as Mama Earth intended, and that's when you're going to get most of the healing benefits from it. That's it though, you guys. I'm checking out because I got shit to do and I'm hungry, super hungry. So I'll talk to you guys soon, and definitely not going live tonight. Probably not tomorrow night, but probably sometime this week, and I'll keep you guys posted. So thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out, y'all. And I'll see you. I'll see you when I see you. Peace out.